So let's talk about this subnet mask. This is also one important topic in networking. And let's talk about first subnetting. And dividing large network into small subnetwork is called subnetting. So we can divide a large network into small subnetworks is called subnetting. And this subnet mask is masking bits to define network part and host part. So if you divide a large network into 10 small subnets, you need to identify the starting network ID and the host ID. For that, we'll use the subnet mask. And subnet mask helps you to organize different networks neatly. So if you have different departments in your college like CSC, ECE, and at a time giving maintaining the large network is not nice. That's why you can divide the CSC as one subnet and ECE as one subnet and other department as one subnet, so you can easily manage those subnets. So let's see the private IP ranges. So we have discussed that there are mainly we have these classes A, B, C, and we also discussed D and E, but we will see about these three classes only, A, B, C. And these private IP addresses are not used anywhere on the public. These are only used for in private local area networks. So these IP addresses cannot communicate with outer world. And class A IP address range is from 1 to 128 127, right? And this 10.0.0.0 is the private IP range for the class A, and the default subnet mask is 255.0.0.0. and number of networks we can create are 126, and number of hosts per network are these many. So we will look at this how we got this number in next slide. And coming to the class B, we have the private IP address range from 172.116.0.0 to 172.31.00. So within this range you can assign these class B IP addresses to your local network computers, and the default subnet mask for class B IP address range is 255.255.0.0. So don't worry about this net mask, we will cover everything in the next slide. And the number of networks is 16,000 and number of hosts is 65,000. Now let's see about the class C. The private IP address range is 192.168.0.0 to 192.168.255.255, and net mask is 255.255.255.0, and we can create these many networks, and with the number of hosts per network are 254. So you need to give some importance to the class A and the class C. In the class C is used for general small organizations, or at least home. In our homes we use the class C private IP address, right? Even I showed you my IP address, it's like 192.168.0.103, because we will see that in the next slide. But let's consider the number of hosts per network. So you have one network in your home, and you can maximum set this private IP to 254 hosts. So in your home, even if you take laptop, mobile phone, smart TV, and any other IoT device which connects to internet gets an IP address, or which connects to our router gets an IP address, right? And you have maximum 10 or 20 or 30 devices, and 254 is very large enough to hold the all devices IP addresses in small home. So that's why the class C is built into the router. I mean, the starting DHCP service, the settings will be the 192.168.0.02, this one you can change if you are using the very large business organization to which is class A. That's why the router's default DHCP service sets to this class C private IP address range settings. And the last one you need to see is this loopback address, and this is you can saw in many memes, like there is no place like 127.0.0.1. So 127.0.0.1 means it's our computer, it's pointing to our computer, it's a local host. When you are doing some web development, you will spin up a web server on your local computer, and you use this address to refer to this local computer. And this one here they gave some wrong, Okay, net mask is also the network mask of class A, which is 255.0.0.0, and you can also put the 127.1.1.1, which is also your localhost, and 127.2.2.2 is also your localhost. I have tried this and it works. So you can have 127.0.0.02, 127.255.255.255. So you can have all these IP addresses points to your own computer. So let's see what is this default network mask. So this network mask has provided by the default network when they are creating these networks. And what this does is, we will take an example and look at this 192.168.0.0. This is our class C private IP address range, right? I have my home and I have set up a router which gives the IP address from here onwards, 192.168.0.0. and if I convert this every octet from the decimal to binary, I get this one. This 192 here in the binary 1160.168 in binary 10101000 dot, and zeros are zeros and 00. So I have written this decimal dotted decimal into dotted binary format. Okay, now they have said that default subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. okay, now if I convert each octet of 255 into binary, I get this one. 255 means all ones, and second octet is also 255. It also gives the all ones and same, and 0 means all zeros. Now what I want to do is, to get number of hosts, I need to convert this into binary, which I have already done, and I need to do the AND operation between my IP address and this subnet mask. So this is my IP address and this is my subnet mask, and I am doing the bitwise AND operation, and we have already seen this AND operation in number system section. You can check that video if you have still done. So 1 AND gives 1, right, and 1 the AND operation gives 1. If anything one bit is 0, it gives the 0. So you can see here there are 24 bits, right? These are 24 ones, 8 ones, 8 ones, 8 ones, 24 ones. So you can call this subnet mask as /24. This is the shortcut for this subnet mask. So the slash number 24 tells us the number of ones in our subnet mask from left to right, number of continuous ones. So this is /24, and you can see these are zeros. So the zero spots indicates that the host addresses. So here from last octet you can change to get a host address. So if I change it to last bit to 1, I get 192.168.0.1. If I change it to this bit to 1, I get 192.168.0.2. So if I change all these bits, I can generate those many host addresses, and I can assign those addresses to my computer or laptop or any other smartphone. So this is called host ID, and this is called subnet ID, the network ID. This indicates one network. So 192.168.0 indicates one network, and this 0, 1, 2, 3, 4.1.2.3.4 refers to the our host IP addresses. So I can assign 192.168.0.1 to a computer, 192.168.0.3 to my smartphone. So this 3 octets remain same because they belong to same network, and we can change this bit to 1 to generate another network, and I can change this bit to 3 to generate another network, and in that way I can generate these many number of networks. But in the home it's unnecessary to create those many networks, because even in one network you cannot have 256 devices in your home. That's why generally we use 192.168.0.1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 to assign the host addresses. Even when you did the AND operation between IP address and subnet mask, you get the same 3 octets as that of IP address, right? Because we are doing with end with 1 and it's the same output you get. And this last octet is the differentiate, it means varying. This gives the host IP addresses. And the zeros in the subnet mask arrows for hosts, that means we can change these zeros and put some values, we get the host IP addresses. We can assign those IP addresses to the devices on our home network. The ones in the subnet mask defines the network part. We have already seen this, and we get 256 hosts for subnet mask for this class C subnet mask, right? In shorthand, we can denote this subnet mask as /24. /24 refers to number of ones in the subnet mask. So we have already seen this, there are 24 ones, and we called it as /24. And as you can see, for the class A, there are only 8 ones, right? 255 means 8 ones, and you can define the subnet mask in the short form as /8. And for the class B, there are 16 ones because there are 255s. That's why you can define the subnet mask as /16 as a short form. And obviously you can see class C subnet mask as 24 /24. So this is the short form. Every time you cannot write 255 or 255 or 255 or 255. Okay, this is the short form, and we can divide this network into smaller subnet for 4 subnets. So the manager asked you to create 4 subnets for this 192.168.0.1 to the 4 subnets, right? How many hosts we got? 256 hosts. So we can create 256 hosts, but we need 4 subnets. So what you want to do is you divide 256 with 4. Number of hosts by number of subnets required. 256 by 4, you get this 64, right? So you can say first 64 hosts to one subnet, and the second 64 hosts to another subnet, and next 64 and next 64 to another subnets. Like that we can create 4 subnets. Let's see the first subnet 192.168.0.1 to 1 to 64, right? It's like 192.168.0.1 to 192.168.0.64. So these 64 IP addresses can form a one subnet. And next is 64. From 65 to 128 we can form another subnet. From 129 to 192 we can form another subnet. And from 193 to 255 we can form another subnet. So in this way we can form 4 subnets. And in these subnets, if you look at the starting address, this is called network ID for the subnet. So 192.168.1 is called network ID. So if you see the second subnet, you can see 65 is the starting one, and it is called network ID for the subnet. And 129, 193 are the network IDs for those subnets. And if you see this one, last one is the 64, and it is the broadcast ID for the subnet. And 128, 192, 255 are the broadcast IDs for the subnet. So this broadcast IDs, you use it for transmitting data to all the computers in the subnet, right? That is the usefulness for this broadcast ID. And with the network ID you can identify the network. So for /24 subnet we can have 255 hosts, but you can say 256 hosts if you assign the .02. So that's all you need to know about the subnet mask, and you need to mainly focus on this class A and class C IP address ranges and network mask. And these class A is used in organizations and class C used it for home networks. So this is somewhat very basic problems, and you can also see some advanced problems on subnetting, but this is the basic one. So that's all about you need to know about subnetting from the pen testing point of view.